Well, this is part of the US government's effort to provide the last bit of coverage for that gap in age range, those kids who are under 5 but older than about 6 months, which is the next and really last phase of vaccine testing that's been underway now for the last 6 or 8 months. Pfizer, which has been sort of first to market so far with all of these vaccines, they released some preliminary study data back in December for a two-dose regimen of their vaccine at a much smaller dosage than is given to adults. And they found that the vaccine was safe in very young kids, but they had questions about its efficacy. They hadn't been able to demonstrate that it was able to prevent serious illness and disease. They started a third dose, much like booster doses now for adults. So they're going to try a third shot for young kids. They expect to have that data in March. The challenge is, though, it's now February. Parents have been anxious to get their kids vaccinated. And in order to get that third dose, you need to get dose 1 and 2. So that's why, according to a source familiar with the matter, the U.S. government has gone to the Pfizer and said, submit your data for the first 2 doses, prove that those vaccines are safe, and that they help produce some sort of immune response, and then come back later once you have the data showing the third dose prevents against serious illness and disease as expected, so that kids can start getting that vaccinated series started earlier, as soon as potentially the end of February, assuming regulatory review proceeds on course. From the beginning of COVID-19 through the present, kids are much less likely than adults to be infected and also to suffer serious side effects, serious illness, and even potentially death. But it happens. It's a very, very, very small percentage of cases. But one of the things that we've seen as the highly transmissible Omicron variant has swept the country over the past couple of months, there are just so many more cases. That means you see more of those instances of disease than you would have if the virus is at a lower level. One of the things that vaccinating the youngest kids does is it makes it easier for them to stay in school or daycare if they are exposed to a close contact. It provides peace of mind